And it is time to begin once again in the swamps. Hello everyone, I'm Lord Clinkenbones. This is Lord Clinkenbones. And we're going to be wandering around the swamps. We are just out of Fort Joy, which means some pretty interesting things. Firstly, if I go anywhere back to where I was before, I'm going to be immediately attacked by guards, which is fine because I can take them now. However, I got stuff to do in the swamp, and we're going to be learning about Lord... What was his name? Braccus Rex. I almost called him Lord Braccus, but that is not the correct word. But either way, we have two important NPCs to meet here. Right over... First one's right over here, this red flag. Sebille wants to meet him. And I just remembered that I can't see the chat. Kinda need that. Do. How do I make it pop out? There we go. Perfect. Let's go.
As you near a figure clad in old blackened armor, Sebille takes your hand.
I've a feeling yonder creepy crawly is the lone wolf I've been looking for. You wouldn't mind if I asked him a few pertinent questions, would you? I'll do my very, very best.
Sebille addresses the solitary figure. You hear but whispers and hisses in return. Just when you think a fight is about to break out, Sebille's words seem to sway him into submission. He speaks uncomfortably. She listens, her face hard and pale. His name, you overhear her insist. Roost, he croaks. And with that, the interview's over.
Come, let's go. I have what I came for. I found out who abducted me, who delivered me to the Master. I'm going to find the man who did that, and we're going to get mightily reacquainted.
Revenge is sweet. Just pump that up a little bit more, so you can hear their lovely, lovely voices. But this man is also important because he is our first vendor. Well, good vendor.
Ah, one of my own kind.
He's also
You're not
undead.
frightened of me, brother. There's far worse than my bite in this quagmire. Though I see you hiding behind a mask. You ashamed of who you are?
He laughs.
Around here? You'll be lucky to last a day, but maybe I can help you out.
Let's see
If you're the
here.
boy, I only
Let's
stop
see,
precious
see what he has to sell. Okay, so what I need is... Does he have a magnifying glass? He does not. Alright, so I put all my garbage on this guy. I'm not selling that. Just so I can keep everything just, you know, stable and stuff. I'm also throwing away anything crafting because I don't want to deal with it. I really don't. I don't. I don't need staffs. What I need are wands and one-handed weapons. None of those are magical. Could probably use those. Gloves, why not? Boots. Mage sandals, I don't know. And I definitely need that. So let's accept, alright. Make a good deal here. So this little sucker right here is very important because it allows me to poison any potion and turn it into poison, which I can then use to heal my undead, because undeads heal via poison, not through healing potions. Any healing magic hurts them. You also may notice that I'm walking around without a helmet on. Normally this would mean that people attack me, but I have the helmet on, I just have it hidden. Turns out if you just have the helmet hidden, they still think you have the helmet on. I think this is ridiculous, so I love it. Let's see here. No, I need him to put on these boots. And him to put on these gloves. And these pants were for Sebille. There we go. You know, one of the things that I'm frequently disappointed about with Sebille is the fact that she uses the elven armor, and not the armor you see her in on the title screen. Which is weird. I don't know. Like... I just find it weird. Anyway, the next person I need to take out is this lady. This is the lady you may remember who was on the ship.
I wonder who
The woman traces glyphs in the air, and you cringe, expecting a barrage of ice and fire. Instead, a bit of smoke sputters forth. She cries to the skies in frustration, in a recognizable rail-thin rasp.
My lord, I've loved you. I've obeyed you.
She sees you approach and punches her fist in your...
You are my sin.
Yeah, no, she tried to kill me.
Every breath you take is a god's damned sin.
She turns her head.
Okay.
I offer this sacrifice.
Anyway, yeah, we're gonna fight her. Lighting me on fire is unkind. But she's a good spellcaster. Make no mistake here. What does this do again? It, additional movement speed and additional 1 AP for turn. Yes, I want that on Sabine. And then I want it to rain blood. And then I'm gonna need... I'm just gonna be a support character for a while. Not far enough. There we go. And while we're at it, let's just gain everything we can here. It's only one action point. This is why I give her haste.
Who is it? And why?
Okay, that's gonna be selling for later. Ochre ring. That gives me magical armor. Yeah, that sounds good. Give that to the Red Prince. That also goes to the Red Prince. Fane's Mask of the Shapeshifter I'll be keeping. Now, Fane's Mask of the Shapeshifter is very interesting. You can use it to turn into other people. If I want to. I don't want to, because it takes up a head slot. I just bought this man new shoes, and we go and get... I should have just let him. Anyway, I'm never using that, but it's a very interesting item. I'm also never using that because I'm not using summoning this playthrough. Let's get going, shall we? We have a couple more combats before we can do anything interesting. Ooh, give that to Sabine. She's been picking up body parts. So... we're going to eat those later to get the story elements from it. And there's also something very important over here. In this tower. Who has the most magical armor? 58. No, 48 on... Alright, it's me. Okay, here we go. He's going up here. Wait, am I dead? Am I stunned? What's going on here? Oh, I climbed back down. Damn it. Alright, heal up. Then we'll send him right back up. There we go. Okay. What I'm trying to assemble here is the armor of Braccus Rex. That is one of the pieces. If you, I'm not dealing with that right now. If you collect all the pieces, the curse on it will be broken. However, it's very hard to collect all of those pieces. By very hard, I mean you just need a pretty high perception skill for one of them. It's like, seriously, it's very hard in the sense that only one of them is hard to find. The rest of them are in pretty easy places. I'm collecting these because I feel like it. Alright, now we can go to the swamp proper. There'll be a combat right in this area here. Also picked up the lore book for this. Gonna be trying to make videos about the lore here. The lore for Divinity is very interesting in the sense that, what's the best way to put this? Divinity was put together over time. It wasn't a situation where...
You intrude on our rest? You're as stupid as a fleshware. No matter, our master was clear. None shall pass.
Oh, I'll just turn
You
around.
misunderstand me. You're not leaving.
Yeah, well, okay. I tried. In the sense that Divinity 1, 2, and... It's not really Divinity 3, it's like Divinity Beyond. It's kind of weird how the naming scheme happened. I can't use Bleed on any of these guys, but I can still hurt them. And I can still give haste to Seville. Serenade you whilst you code. Absolutely not. I mean, you can certainly listen to the dulcet tones of my voice, but I will not be singing. Give you armor. And... give that to you. We'll just buff up our elven rogue here to the point where she is just going to be an absolute beast, as opposed to our party member whose name is actually Beast. Let's go. Can't reach. Damn. Alright. Gonna need to take care of you then. 0 out of 5 stars. Yes, you can post your review on Yelp, just informing everyone how awful my stream is, specifically due to the lack of singing. So, yeah, the lore for Divinity is very interesting because it was set up in these couple games, and then they decided to create an RPG in the style of Baldur's Gate, which led to... Can I shoot her? No. Which led to them revising a lot of things, and revising them yet again in Divinity Original Sin 2 here. And he's on the floor. So... Ooh, wait. I can backstab you. For example, elves were just original fantasy elves. Dwarves were just original fantasy dwarves. Like, there was very little unique about the races until Divinity Original Sin 2. And then, this game came along. So, I'm just gonna kill him. It's probably the best bet here. They changed a lot of things specifically for this game, and I don't particularly mind because they really leaned heavily into the fact that the gods are assholes in this game. Something that... God damn it. It's like a slapstick comedy over here. And now my rogue's a chicken. They really leaned in heavily to the fact that the gods are assholes and want nothing to do with, like, literally anything. I forgot about the whispering. And how all of the races are essentially... The best way to put it is they were all plans by the gods to rule the world.
Who said that?
Who said that, indeed? Who's the higher... Yeah, no, I'm just gonna... Ugh. I let my party member on fire, and I don't care. Are all essentially contingency plans to get them to rule the world. For example, the elves. When an elf dies, they turn into a tree, or very specific elves. I'm doing this off the top of my head, so apologies. When very specific elves die, they turn into trees, mother trees. These trees dig their roots deep into the earth, which will eventually create a network in the earth that will connect all elves as part of a hive mind. And that's their plan to rule the world. I'm gonna go up here, actually. I'm gonna fight this person. The orcs have a similar thing. The lizard folk were originally dragons, who eventually just became lizards. Okay, we'll go up there. So, basically each of the races unwittingly are part of like a larger scheme that they may not be necessarily appreciative to be a part of. And that's what this game really is about. It's about becoming a god, yes, but at the same time, it's about just being an unwitting pawn in all of this. It's fun. I'm very much a fan of it. I'm very much a fan of the changes that they made. Like, that's why I'm probably not going to be doing a lot of covering of the previous games. It's because the lore has been written over to make it more of a unique thing instead of just your standard fantasy elements. Now let's loot the corpses, like we do. I think it was pretty bold of them to switch gears entirely. From what I understand, both, where's that statue? Okay, I think I have it unlocked already. Ugh. From what I understand, the original Divinity games were action-adventure games, and they switched gears entirely to a Baldur's Gate isometric RPG style. I don't want to do that combat yet.
Those pigs on fire.
Why did you just walk into that? Are you stupid? Okay, I know where I'm going. It's just the pigs are on fire and in my way. Yeah, this is a side quest I'm not going to be able to do, so to just spoil it to you, these are a bunch of people who are cursed to be pigs and on fire. It's a very, very unique punishment. Props to them for creativity. It just, what it ends up doing is making it difficult to get through here because they will run directly into the oil and light it on fire. Which will make it difficult to get this loot. See what I mean? Holy crap. But we'll be fine either way. Where we're going is down here. To a fight that I actually want to do. Mostly I just need to get to that camp to talk to the source. I can finally use my source ability. Source magic is also takes the form of actual physical stuff. This was the fight that I thought I didn't want to do. Turns out I was wrong. Where's everybody? I am solo here. Oh my goodness. Okay. Where's the rest of my party? Are you kidding me right now? Okay. So the fun thing about this is that I can literally, like, if a person's not in combat, they can just, like, walk into the combat area and be added to the initiative. Which I find interesting. Please. Okay. So it's just me now. Super. However, they're all added to the back end of the initiative order to start with. So, you know, you can't cheese things too much.
It is you.
This is a Voidwoken. They're not just... They're like sea creatures sometimes. Sometimes they're bug creatures. They usually fight with undead. They have partial domain over the undead, essentially. He's going to be the real problem here, but... Alright. Damn it, okay. Let's see if I can get through here. Okay, good. Good, I could. Who's this person? I think that's Amadia. Amadia is someone who's going to help us. I mostly just want... Oh, just shoot him. He's gonna be a pain. There we go.
Seek the healing waters. I await you.
Yes. So here's the fun thing. And I mentioned this in the last stream.
The same one from before.
But I find this to be a fun part of this game. Each of these characters has a patron god, who wants them to take the powers of all the gods and become the only god. I'm just gonna put peace of mind on myself then. So, we're coming close to the point where we meet them for the first time. It's going to be right after I find that little camp, which is past here. It'll be fun. And I just like turn-based combat. Always enjoyed D&D. I have like 5 D&D characters for Adventurers League. It's a blast. You turned all of the healing waters into blood. I'm not a big fan of that. How? Oh, not enough AP. Alright, cast Peace of Mind on... Wait, what? Oh, shoot. Hold on. I pulled something off my bars. Because I am a moron. There we go. There we go. Nice. Yes, I absolutely despise D&D in all of its forms. Fall down. I don't know how Shockwave goes up that, but I'm not going to complain. Because my character over here is getting the shit kicked out of him. Also, what I really like about this game is environmental effects in terms of combat. You can put oil or poison down on the ground and then nuke it with fire to make it explode to do extra damage. Or you can actually have one of these barrels around in your inventory to do the exact same thing. Die. It's a blast. Please don't freeze my party members again. I'd appreciate that. Yes. I'm gonna put you over here. Because that's just safer. Yes. All elves have a racial ability to stab themselves and gain an extra action point. The things down here that appear above here when I act are action points, which I spend them to act. I can't hit him. I can hit you. Walk over here and torch you. There we go. Not kind. Unkind. I'm not a big fan of this fight early on because of all the people on high ground. Really makes it so it's hard to do things. Also, the undead are immune to bleeding, which I can do a lot of at any given time. You know what? I am going to use Raining Blood. So I can heal people with that. It's slight healing, but it'll do. It'll have to do. Alright, I don't have much in the... He has opportunity attacks, so I should just attack him to his face. One HP, are you kidding me? Uncool. Unsubscribe. Okay, I'm just gonna take care of him first. I think that's the best option here. The Voidwoken work for the God King. The God King was the original person who discovered the magic that the gods use. They banished him beyond the veil, and oh, there's somebody there. I didn't even see him, it was on fire. They banished him beyond the veil, and he's been plotting his revenge for a very long time. People think that the Voidwoken are a result of people using source magic being what the veil is made of. Instead, it's more like source magic weakens the veil, which then allows the Voidwoken to come in. Which is why I'm going to be quiet during most of the exposition, because... Okay, two out of 3 of our party's down. Great. I'm going to resurrect you over here. And then I'm going to use this. I really should put healing potions on my bars. Don't fall down, please. I just put her up. Unkind. Unsubscribe, please. I need to buy more of these. Let's see if you can stay up for a turn. Please. Okay. He's in good shape. Archers also get a bonus based on how much higher than their target they are.
You will be cast out.
I don't want you to heal. It's my job. Dink. Unblock things. Okay, I'm hoping Mosquito Swarm does him in. Does not. Okay. It's a really tough battle. Thank you. You're dead. And we all leveled up, which means we all get back to max HP. Target is out of sight. How are you out of sight? Oh. Can I shoot over there? How far can I shoot? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna just put some healing on me for a couple turns. And, peace of mind on you. And then we're just gonna leave. We're just gonna leave. Alright. And it's just a simple hack and slash. Now that the big guys are gone. Just got 3 to go. That's me. Cool. How far can I get? Just there. That's fine by me. Having that shields up ability is real important. Petrifying touch. I'm just gonna stay right there. That's why I'm going with, for my spellcaster, a shield and a wand rather than a staff. The staff can do more magic damage, but as I mentioned in the last video, I'm not trying to do magic damage.
I'm ready.
I'm trying to do all physical. Except for his wand, of course. If I can find a wand that does physical damage, like necromancy blood damage, that's what it's officially called, I believe, then I will absolutely use it without hesitation. But until that time, I'm stuck with just a little fire damage. I also want to switch it from fire damage because that unintentionally just roasts anybody nearby. Mosquito Swarm. This necromancy build is weird. The reason being is because necromancy does physical damage. And because of that, the stat warfare down here increases all physical damage, which means I would have a necromancer with a really high warfare stat, which is normally used for physical attackers. It's kind of bizarre. Anyway, who has one of these? You have it. Well, let's go downstairs. I am all out of resurrection skills. And I don't get an actual resurrection magic until later. I keep forgetting C is not to level up. Anyway, I want him to be just all strength and constitution. He does not need to do anything other than disable people. I'm going to put some points into necromancy. It's always good to put a little points into necromancy for your fighter, because heals you whenever you deal damage directly to vitality. So you're just this passive life leech. It's great. It's just those two. Great. Perfect. I want... what's an intelligence? And let me look at my build real quick. Hydrosophist, Necromancer, and Polymorph. It's just free attribute points when you put it in there. Probably some good skills, but screw it. Let's put one into Scoundrel. Because that will give me some good skills later. And it also gives me a plus 5% crit multiplier. That's what I'm going for. Crit with my skills. Dual wielding. Finesse. Let's put it to Constitution. Huntsman. Yeah, we want him to be on high ground at all times. What is this? 1 to Aerothurge. Who... Is Aerothurge the magic? Aerothurge... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to give it to you. And those are unidentified. The rest of this is fine. Let's get the hell out of here, shall we? I need to go south. After I loot all the corpses. It's the #1 thing that you do. Upon completion of any combat, loot all the corpses. Oh, hello! That's a lot of stuff. Okay. We're going to take all of that. Thank you and good night. I need a magnifying glass, something fierce. And I need to stop over here for some loot. I'm not going to use crafting. I just like collecting the crafting recipes, I guess. I don't know. I'm a collector in video games.
Your gaze wanders over the solemn stone face that overlooks the shore. The eyes, stone gray.
Hello.
That shrine seems to have brought me here. What is this place?
Interesting. What is this place? Oh! Oh, I thought this was later. No, this is now. Apparently it's any of the statues. What's going on here?
You walk towards the figure on the dais, but wisps of mist start to cloud. You see it shape through the fog, reaching out.
My mom?
You touch she smiles warmly, laying her hand on yours. My child, she whispers. My child.
I'm no one's child
She squeezes
now.
your hand gently. Your skull is filled with a sense of home. The sound you shake your head, your mind stumbling. Your childhood was nothing like that. Hush, child, your mother whispers, her scaled hand squeezing. You try to grip her hand. You look up into her eyes, but you're left standing on the cold, glowing cobbles. Before you stands the goddess Amadia.
The goddess of magic. Am I gonna be respectful? Yeah, you respect a god.
Ever the gentle creature. But it is I who should be honored to meet you. Please forgive my little deception, but I feared you might not be quite what you seemed. These are dangerous times. The void creeps ever closer,
The void.
my child. Even here, even in the Hall of Echoes, I cannot be sure I am safe.
I thought the void was a force of unthinking destruction.
It does. There is an intelligence guiding that darkness. We seven stood united against it once. We were always able to push it back. But alas, now...
She turns and gestures to the scene behind her. Down below you can see the 6 other gods fighting, clawing at each other.
Like right
everyone
over there.
desperately trying to get the upper hand.
Why aren't you down there fighting too?
Because I have no race of my own. No mortal voices begging that they be raised above all others. And no link to a world that is ever more tainted by the void. For the void has spread everywhere. From empires to hamlets. From kings to peasants. It corrupts all things.
By the way, in case you didn't know, my other characters right now can go talk to their own gods. If I pop them in there. But in character, they are
I had
doing
hoped
that right
they
now.
would be spared from its ravages.
I just can
The
only
other
do this
6 were too
conversation
close
on
to
my
their
main character.
creations. I fear it is too late for them, for us. But you, my child, you
Amadia
are as
is
removed
always
from the other
assigned to
races as
the
I.
player character because they are unique.
You are pure. You can be my champion. You have been lost for so long. I will give you direction. I will guide you. But first you must return to the world and escape these swamps. Although you will not return unchanged.
My blessing.
As your first step towards righting the wrongs of this world, I grant you my blessing.
Amadia stretches out her hand, and you feel a warm glow spread through your bones. You feel not whole, but closer to it.
You may have noticed I have tried to help you on your journey. And this is only the beginning. But before you begin, a word of warning.
I have found
It is only
companions.
natural. Undeath can feel rather
What are you even doing
lonesome.
back there?
But you must. They are God-woken.
You did,
The
yeah.
chosen champions of the other 6 gods. They will walk the same path as you, but they cannot be allowed to reach its end. You must be the one. Only one can wield
And
the
this is
power
the
to stop
crux
the void.
of the game.
Only you.
It is this, this stereotypical, and why I love the story, it's the stereotypical you are the chosen one story, but all the people you bring along are also getting this exact same story from their god. You are the chosen one, only you can do this. Which is the first thing that should ping in your mind that not all is right with this. And it very much weaves this story about how the gods are not necessarily pure and good and righteous. No, they have their own schemes, and you're being wrapped up in them.
She lays her hand on your skull, and you see it clearly. The others, the gods, Amadia, and you.
So go forth into the world with my...
Okay, I have a little thing to talk to Sabile and also Sir Laura. Hold on.
You hear a sharp chittering from the ground. It seems your squirrel friend...
Forget about gods, this squirrel's having an issue.
After a quick back and forth, the squirrel throws up its paws and reaches out to touch your foot. You feel a strange new power fill your body. The squirrel sits back, sulking.
Okay, I have a skill book now. Anyway.
Sabile is pensively tracing a new name on her arm. Gilded letters in an ancient alphabet.
What do they say?
Sabile. My own name. A little gift from Tyrsendilius. Leave it to a god to be overly dramatic. Must be a celestial party game. Or maybe he wanted to teach me a lesson. If the latter, he has much to learn.
So, yeah, Tyrsendilius is the god of the elves. Each of them just had a conversation with their own god. You actually met with their god. I'll have this conversation with them later, but part of this game is deciding, are you going to fight them later? Or are you going to help them? Who is going to become a god? Anyway, we all have the Bless skill now, which blesses water for 2 turns. It also can take Voidwoken stuff off of things. I generally don't want to be blessing things, because the Bless spell is holy magic, and it will hurt undead. Where am I going? I went the wrong way. I've been going the wrong way this entire time. This is marvelous. I'm so happy. That way. That's the way I want to go. There. But yeah, all of the gods have their own little agenda, and they all want to be above all the other gods. And now is the time in which they are, Oh, are you kidding me? Come on. get your asses over here. Okay, they went another way. Fine, whatever. This was the fight I wanted to do earlier. But yeah, currently we are just pawns in the gods game. But eventually we'll be able to make our own decisions. And I like that. Anyway, here's some bugs.
Void Woken, we meet again.
Wonderful. Where are the bugs? More are gonna pop up soon. Oh, she's slowed. Yeah, might as well just move her over here for now.
Vermin, thieves, pests, leeches.
That is the voice of the God King. Also, I'm generally going to be having Beast with a crossbow the entire time because crossbows do a ton of damage.
Beasts are damn persistent.
Just an absolute metric ton of damage.
Fall, die, pass away. Your essence feeds us.
In that that's a tip. They heal on blood.
Tide is up. Squash the vermin. Hang the thieves.
Okay, buddy.
Ours. You are ours.
I want you all to bleed. Blood Rain's my favorite ability. It's just so extra. It's just straight out of a metal album. Let's go.
I'm ready.
Now, the most powerful party is one that's just full of crossbow users, but I really like how the backstab kills. Backstab skills work.
Prepare yourself.
Make sure you're not on fire. I might put a couple points into Hydrosophist for Beast just to have those skills available. Sure, let's let him on fire.
We are the many and the all. We were first. We are the beginning and the end. We will return.
They're very chatty. Alright, accidentally just popped the headphones off the socket there. Neat. Alright, see what we got here. Absolutely nothing useful. Who's the least HP? You, sir. It's a pretty easy fight because they're just bugs. Okay. Another party conversation.
The corpses of voidlings lie in heaps around you, a miasma of cursed fluid pooling at your feet.
Those filthy beasts were like rats. A swarm most vile, but vanquished as a matter of course.
Well, that was fun. Could have gone a few more rounds myself.
They came wave after wave after wave. Relentless. Jolly good fun, actually.
I like Beast. He's such a stereotypical dwarf. Also, later on when the Void Woken die, they will leave actual cursed blood, which is an interesting little thing we'll have to deal with. Anyway, doing that fight allows us to skip these salamanders over here, hopefully. Though they're really close by, we may have to do them anyway. Nope, we're good. Yo, what up, Bahara? How you doing?
Up on the ledge before you, a lone lizard.
Stand back and keep your hands off your weapons.
I will not. You do not wear the collar of oppression. Explain.
Deborah, Tinker, and Fortjoy.
I have heard of this woman. No Magister would know. She can... I apologize for this
With one...
Come.
Alright, we need to find a dreamer, who I think might be this lady, for the Red Prince.
The Red Prince interrupts as you're about
There he
to
is.
speak.
This woman is a dreamer. I can see the answers spinning in her eyes. Do rest your legs for a bit while I question her. You're too kind.
Red Prince and the Dreamer exchange courteous pleasantries, as if they're finding themselves in a palace hall instead of a death-ridden swamp. She introduces herself as Bahara. To your surprise, they next lie down on the ground in a seemingly warm embrace and fall asleep. What follows, though, is far from peaceful. They claw and thrash as if struggling for dear life, caught in the hold of some hideous nightmare. Then they wake, haggard, exhausted. They speak of a vision, Bramos, and another red lizard.
Praise the daylight. I am now. There was death in that dream, chasing me like 100 hungry lions. But at least I've new directions. When we escape and find ourselves on the mainland once more, I must search for Bramos the Wanderer. Then I will finally know the truth, the very secret of my soul.
Alright, so that concludes all of their side quests in this chapter, so we can just go straight into the main quest now.
The birds are... Hold up. I've got to take care of some business.
Oh? Okay.
Friend, how does life find you?
He does know somebody.
Well, I'll be. If it ain't the beasts of the sea. Stories of your beard alone fly across Riverland like flocks of crows. Fair a bit more inland than you'd prefer, yeah?
Ain't I know it, ain't I know it.
Beast claps him on the back and chuckles heartily. If they hadn't met just a moment ago, you might think the dwarves lifelong friends.
I don't want to intrude, seeing as how you got your own trials and travails, but I don't suppose you've been to Reaper's Coast of late. Maybe heard of a fella named...
His furry forearms. Forearms are very concerning.
Yeah, I know of the guy. From back when I was looking for fishing work out in Driftwood. He's, how shall I say, an entrepreneur. Still out there a bit. Had his stubby fingers and a lot of pies, if you get my meaning.
Sounds like a man I'd buy 2 flagons of meat for. One for drinking and one for toasting. I got something for him. I'll tell him you sent your regards, Mr...
It's Duggan it is. Oh, and this here's Leah. You gotta be sick of that collar. Leah, you can get it fixed up, yeah?
Sure thing.
Alright.
Get rid of it.
Now we got all of our collars removed from everyone.
Flesh. Let's see if we can get you back to sea. Fighting the good fight, yeah? Your lungs have got to be starved for the salt air.
Beast chortles and nods, then passes you a sly wink. Such a charm bucket.
Charm bucket? Charm bucket. That's a new one. Okay, anyway, this lady right here is important to me. This is Gratiana. Let me just double check that she wasn't in...
Gareth, please come back.
Nah, she wasn't. I thought she might be in Divinity Original Sin 1 because she is actually old enough to be in Divinity Original Sin 1. Anyway, let's talk to her.
Before you stands a figure, her body wreathed in cloth. All you can see of
Look
her
at the
eyes are
bones,
two
she's
dark
undead.
holes.
Armadia's blessings, child. There are not many places to... I am Gratiana, priestess of It was not always thus. This, he is
Tell
no
me more
more.
about Braccus.
Thank the goddess.
Oh,
It has
I
been
forgot
many
to mention the
centuries
timeline.
since
It's
he walked through the
Divinity Original Sin 1, then the original Divinity
shadow
games,
over
and then
his
this
land.
one is the last one chronologically in the series.
He ruled this realm as a tyrant and beast. These marshes were a playground for he and his necromancers. I have been here for many years. In truth, the torments of Braccus. Indeed, the Magisters have even, without something more powerful than these sticks, their leader, Gareth, also demanded that I told him of Braccus's cache of soul for. I fear for these souls.
Yeah, I gotta go
He
find
has
this
come
dude.
to any harm in the marsh. He set off north. Walk ever.
Alright. Now, this is my god, Amadia.
Amidst the placid little pond, rivulets stream. You feel peaceful in her presence. As you gaze upon her loving, a voice seems to reach you from within your mind, and from the voice grows strong.
My children, my children. Gone are my children. Dead are...
A feeling of indescribable...
My child, my child. Weep with me. For the mother...
If you had tears...
You, my child. I bless you.
You feel yourself shine with an inner...
I'm blessed. So blessed.
By Armadia's grace. What
And this is now a blessed pool. Communing with the goddess, obviously.
This is a rare gift.
I'm her chosen champion, didn't you hear? I want her hat, and you can't get her
I am
hat.
humbled to be in your presence.
Once again, one of my biggest complaints about this game, you can't get special armors. Daring escapes, talking to gods, it's just another day for
Truly we
me.
are blessed to know you. If Armadia favors you, that is all I need to...
Thank you.
Birds are asleep. The moon's in the sky. The seven watch over.
Alright. So, we need to go back north up here. But first, there's a very important place I need to go. Which is on the other side of this beach. Where's Sir Laura? There's the squirrel. Come on, dude. Ladders are a little weird with the AI. I'm gonna have to go through these basilisks now. But approaching them from this angle should be easier.
Do you hear the call?
Void salamander.
Soon comes. Swear your loyalty.
No, thank you.
I am death and light.
I am death and light. You're a lizard, and you just healed me. Wait. Okay, they have armor. So, Sabine, if you could take care of that for me, that'd be great. Okay, here we go. She can do an absolute ton of burst damage. I love it. Seriously? 1 HP? Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna hit this guy instead. Because instead I'm gonna try this. There we go. I am the void, fear me and heal. I am the light. Oh, there we go. I could show this cursed poison. So that one will actually hurt everybody. This one just applies poisoned. That one applies acid and poisoned. Silence? Oh! Right. Sets bleeding... hold on. She has the ability to set bleeding and set silenced with her daggers. I forgot. They're very well done. Whose turn is it? I completely forgot. Mine. It's my turn. So the void stuff also... can infect, essentially, terrain. And apply, basically, harsher effects than would normally be there.
I'll yield
to none. Oh. Right. Stabby, stabby. If she can get behind someone, which it's very reliable that she can do a ton of damage. Hooray. Oh, everyone can wear necklaces now because we don't have the source collars on anymore. Alright, let's at least...
I've spotted something.
And now that I have this shovel, I can dig up shit. What did we find? A mask of strength and some gloves. Neat. Anyway, we're going over here. This is a secret entrance.
What strange witchery is this?
Witchery! Oh, the witchery and the such. Oh no, this is for you. What are you? Mask of strength. Perfect. I'm keeping it. Oh my goodness, that's so extra. Oh dear. Okay. Yep, you get that. What is this? Airman. Sure, let's give it to you. What are you? Unidentified. Oh, I forgot to buy a friggin'... Fine. Whatever. Can I fast travel there? I can. So all of these shrines to gods serve as fast travel points. There's a vendor over here.
A grim-faced man sifts through a pile of... He holds the...
This was Halon's blade. It was his first. It was also his last.
The point breaks away.
Who are you?
He realizes, to his surprise, he works fast.
The blade is thirsty. Nice doing business with you.
Do you have
I
one?
wish I had better wares to
But you have necromancy skills. Love it. Need that. Need that. Need that. Need that. The rest of this is useless to me. Okay. These runes can go to hell. Don't need daggers. Don't need magic armor potions. You can take these grenades. Okay, still don't have enough money. And he doesn't accept these things because they are not. That's all the money I have. So I'm gonna have to not take one of these. This is a touch skill, right? 2, 13, 13. Yeah, I'm gonna ditch that one. And... yeah, that one. Okay. Okay. Cool. Pleasure doing business with you.
More junk.
I forgot to
He
sell
looks
that
up
book.
from his work.
Help you? Nice doing business with you. I wish I had better wares to offer.
One of these days I'm going to find a magnifying glass.
He said his name. Bale even knew that much. But still.
Take the pain away.
You tried your best.
Oh, right. I get a quest reward if I heal all those guys.
Screams.
Let's have Base do it, since he's the only one who has that.
George, can you hear me?
If I don't heal these guys now, they will actually die.
I'm healed.
The next time I come back. It's this lovely little unwritten quest because it doesn't actually start until you try to heal these guys. If you talk to her, she'll just say she's having a hard time keeping them up. I found out to be really cool. If you just come here and do this and heal them.
You healed me. How did you?
I don't remember much. Those mad.
If my mother.
If you just come here and do this, you get a reward for it. I thought that was cool.
Thank you, stranger.
You tried your best, Hal. I'm glad.
Thank you, stranger.
Rest, Jules. We aren't really safe here, are we? So long as they're in return.
Thank you. The Magister Flex. I'm lucky the other.
He shut.
I wish I had.
So what they're talking about are the Shriekers, which we'll meet here very soon. There we go. I don't want a... You generally do not want poison damage because on your only weapon, because if you do have it, you end up in this situation where, like, you can't do anything to undead. Every time you try to attack them, you just heal them, and if you run out of abilities that don't do poison damage, you're just done. You're done. You're done. You're dead. You're just dead, kid. Okay, we're gonna go over here in this tomb. You know, any minute now. Walk, walk, fashion, baby. Tension, medium. I've never really... Oh, that's in case you use stealth, which I never do. Sort. Now, before we go in, let's take a moment with Sabine to eat some body parts. Because, as mentioned previously, if elves eat body parts, they gain the memories of the people who had them. They're weird cannibals like that.
You see him coming for you. You saw what he did to the others. You pray, you pray, you pray, you pray.
You did.
You hardly recognize him, but there he is, Alexander. You're shocked to see a sorcerer's collar around his neck. He seems so different now compared to how he looked back in school.
And then you died.
You are floating a few inches above the ground. Your friends are impressed. You bask in their hoots and hollers. Your favorite party trick.
Oh! Yes! Right, I forgot about that. You also gain abilities from some body parts. So, right now she just gained the ability to sprout wings if she has Polymorph 2, which I will get. Because flying is extremely useful. Anyway, this vault is horseshit. This is the vault of Braccus Rex. We're just gonna be yelled at by some dude the entire time? That dude.
Hey you! Let me see what you've got under there. Go on. Show me your pecker. Wait, do you even have a pecker?
Trump
Why
toy.
are you still speaking? If there was a cave to explore, do you think I'd tell you? How awkward. See, the thing is, just stop. No one cares what you have to say. Until next time.
Anyway, he's just some asshole. Wait.
Ha. Here today.
All of the boxes are traps, I forgot. He's just an asshole who guards this cave. Like, he has nothing going on for him. What this also means is that there are a lot of illusionary things. Like that. But he is still an asshole. All the boxes are illusions, though. Usually if it's in a far-off location, it's pretty good. Don't do...
Didn't I tell you to leave? Wasn't I clear that you're not welcome here? You can't teach a fool anything.
The skeleton NPC, he can make, like, copies of himself, and they're all perverts. They're all just awful perverts. I hate them. Okay, here we go. Also, they're all undead, so... Seville, if you don't mind. Seville. There we go. And then I'm just going to move over here. Get out of the way. They're all perverts, and they all have different abilities. Like, he can create an entire party's worth of himself, which he has done so right here. Anyway, the most important one to take out are these guys. As you can see, they are just illusions. They're not real. I'm just gonna go ahead and use up all of her friggin'. You just top to 0 in one go. I love it. Like, a lot of parties don't include a rogue, but I think they should. Yes! Okay, here we go. And that's why I kept those gloves on her. Because repositioning people is very, very helpful. I'll probably switch the Hydrosophist skills onto the Necromancer here, because he has some in Hydrosophist, because he needs it for this. And then just have Beast have Aerothurge skills and be responsible for flight and teleport. Just teleport is Aerothurge. Hooray, we're moist now. And this is the other interaction that I find fun. Wet is a status effect you can put on people by casting Hydrosophist, water spells. You can then either freeze them, which Wet makes it easier to freeze them, or you can use electricity spells to do more damage. I think I could take them both out. There we go. Let's level up real quick. That is not the button. Why do I keep using that? Hydrosophist, Intelligence, and Memory. Memory allows you to equip more skills. And personality. Ooh. Let's do Persuasion. Nah, Thievery. I want to be able to pick pockets. Warfare. I like to give everybody else Lucky Charm. Okay, great. And now I'm gonna activate this chest because I think it's funny. Note this chest appeared when combat ended.
Poor idiot. Pathetic boy. This isn't some game. In what world does treasure simply appear from on high?
That's so meta. Anyway. I wish they had made illusion magic a thing in this game. Because I really like this dungeon and how illusion magic is
You come to
used.
find. You come to search. Braccus has willed it. Trump
But he can only open the door if we answer some riddles.
Judge him. Do you wish to listen? Braccus is a bloody, rotten, thieving, very, very awful fellow. Some even call him a cur. A cur is... Either you're very good at guessing. Listen close. Source is a scourge, a devil, a misery, a blight, a hex, a curse. And yet, the cure is... Perhaps you're not totally incapable after all. Or maybe it doesn't matter in any case.
There's just... stupid stuff happens if I answer it wrong. But I've gone through that like 3 times, so I know the answers. Anyway, here's another fight. I like to start it from up here. I think this is a pretty good strategy. Just buff Sabine first turn so she can absolutely annihilate something. Plus, just giving her a little extra magic armor isn't too bad. I'm just going to wait here because he has opportunity attacks. Uncool. Alright, here we go. She may be a complete edgelord, but man, is she useful. I always appreciated that the grenade for water magic was just a water balloon. I think it's hilarious.
I sense something nearby.
I thought this is also a really cool way to show you about invisibility. You can kind of see where they're going if there's terrain effects. I still can't see him. Oh well, let's get up here. I like Sabile's like posture for when she has status effects on her, because it's just like... Anyway, I think there's somebody here. There he is. I knew it. Can't move, crippled. Okay. Well then. That's all you get. And she's stunned, right? No. She's good. Yep, there she is again. Yeah, the first electricity blast always gives shocked, and then it goes to stunned.
Are you confused, or do you always want this done?
Oh, damn it. I forgot he summons reinforcements. But they disappear if we kill the original ones who showed up. They're considered summons. Okay, uncool, for one. Clear slowed and crippled. No, I can't. Alright, let's do it for him. Not cool. There we go. All the summoned ones are gone. Oh, right. More fun things.
You feel a cold, dark pain shoot up through the bones of your arm. Your mind, you don't hear, but feel a...
It tells me to put the ring on. Okay, well, let's do it. What do we got here? Intelligence, Constitution, Cursed. Great!
The ring just got tighter. A lot tighter. Something isn't right. The ring's gone, but not its curse.
So, here's the thing. I'll be able to fix that later. I don't think there's any more combat here. Might as well put the ring back on, because I'm cursed either way. It's fun being cursed. Decreased resistances, accuracy, and dodge, and cursed is a rough thing.
Cleansing.
Also, this is not an illusion, this is all treasure. We're going to deal with these soul gems here in a second. But first things first is going to loot all of the treasure. If I hold Alt, I can see things. Anyway, Purging Wand.
That wand. It hums with
That is what I needed. And there's the Heart of the Tyrant. Which is another piece of Braccus Rex's armor. Okay, so you may notice there are some things in here labeled soul jars. These are the souls of some of the NPCs on the island. We've met Gratiana. She was the one with the happy mask. Her soul was captured by Braccus Rex, along with Trompdoy, the asshole pervert who was guarding this place. Necromancer Gwick, Necromancer Rask, and Necromancer Tamsin. We're going to find them later.
The jar before you may have looked opulent. The soul jar rocks slightly. As soon as the vision, a shadow falls as you pull your hand away.
I'm going to take hers because she wants it back. And all of our friends here have opinions on what should be done here. So what you can do with them is either you can smash it, or you can consume the soul inside for a source point, which I can use to cure myself of cursed. I'm not doing that. Or you can just keep it forever. Like an asshole.
You made it all this way.
He trembles and seems to shudder with a quiet sob.
I'm cursed, you know. Bloody Braccus bound me here. As long as the jar stays unbroken, I don't rightly know. This was the Source King's way. His favor was intoxicating. Really?
He drops to his knees before you.
Thank you.
Anyway, I just broke his jar to free him because I thought that was the right thing to do. For him, specifically. Gratiana wants hers back. These folks...
This jar glittered with the dwarf, as you pull your hand away.
We're going to meet them later. Mostly because I want to do a very specific thing with these.
He promised your hand...
Yeah, 3 necromancers.
You feel...
Yeah, let's get this conversation out of the way.
Memories fade to black, but the feelings
I am a necromancer, so I feel like I can't really say much.
They may have been a necromancer, but they did not feel.
Anyone who marches at the head of an undead host deserves whatever punishment they get.
One must wonder how many more...
Yeah, so anyway, this is kind of awkward. So anyway, I'm actually used to getting that event with Amadia here, at this one.
The deity's head and hands are missing.
I didn't know you could get it earlier. Turns out you can get it from any of the statues on the island. Which is neat. Do I have a looking glass yet? No. Oh, there's a new hatchet. Yeah, oh, that'd be great for him. Staff, don't care. Unidentified amulet. Infect. Could use that. Oh, I've already learned infect. Okay. I need this hat. She needs this hat. Is it ridiculous? Is it ridiculous? No. I mean, it's ridiculous, but just in a dumb way. We're gonna deal with those later. Let's see here. Gratiana Soldier. Are these better than the hands you have? Yes. What are you? Chest armor. Don't know. Heart of the Tyrant. I can't touch this yet. Supernova. I don't have I do have Pyrokinetic too. There we go. Yeah, we'll just have that for fun. Funsies. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. And I'm going to equip the Purging Wand, which is important because I now have the ability Purge. I can drain... I can steal Source from people. This will be used to get past the Banshees later. They're actually called Shriekers, but... Where's the door? I forgot what the door is. There it is. This will be used to get past the Shriekers later. This is a secret item that'll help us later. I just want a magnifying glass. Where do I find one? Maybe if I check over here? The lady who sells stuff? Where is she? Lucy? No. Ah, shoot. I'm just gonna go ahead and have this big old combat here. gonna be cursed forever. That's okay, guys. That's fine. I just want to buy things, okay? It's you. There we go, Hilda.
Still on your feet, eh? Only the finest, you know.
I need a magnifying glass. Why don't you have a magnifying glass? Take these runes. And that skill book.
Worse than war rations, these.
And this staff. I'll deal with that later. And that. What do you have? Oh, you have scoundrel abilities. Chloroform would be interesting. Cloak and dagger. Teleport without breaking sneaking. Okay. Ruptured tendons is useful.
So quickly, we find source so dangerous. What in his death caused it?
I could buy all of them, but
But why?
I think I'm going to skip out on that.
Will source change back?
Need something in the kitchen, do you?
There we go. Now we have a teleport ability for Sabille, which will be an extremely helpful. Let's go check with that lady over here. Maybe she has something. Oh, because I didn't help him earlier at the conflict that was going on, she died.
Amidst a crowd of...
I ain't.
She looks...
You looking to buy something? All manner of...
Okay, yes, there it is. Okay. Okay, let's get out of here. And identify these items. Could finally use them. Heart of the Tyrant. That is not what I was looking for. I mean, that's interesting. I don't have enough finesse for that. It's got to be one of you two. I would like to keep teleportation for now. So. The Fourth Moon. Interesting. Strength, Geomancer, and Necromancer. Alright. Look at me! I'm amazing. Trousers of Talent. I look like Craven the Hunter. Stone from the Sun. Yeah, sure. Let's see here. Critical chance and dodging. That sounds like something she should have. Graceful light pants. Okay, sure. What? Just happened. I'll figure that out later. The Irrefutable Point. That is a really clever name for a dagger. I really like that. But that's a spear, not a dagger. Damn! I wanted it to be a dagger. The Irrefutable Point. It's such a good name. Okay. So with that, let's put everything that I want to sell back over here. Inventory management. You know, like you do. I don't have anybody who uses two-handed stuff, so... there's really no reason to. Trained wand can go. Fire arrow goes over here. Bleed fire. That doesn't seem like something I'm going to be using. Alright then. I don't think we're going to be using any watermelons. Yeah, I think this is good. We're keeping that for now. It's the heart of the tyrant. Okay. Now we need to talk to Gratiana. Because we have something that's very important to her. Her soul!
Please, Armadia, bless and protect your humble servant.
Hey, what's up?
Blessings be.
Pull the jar you found from your pack and show it to you.
She stops dead as you pull the jar out of your backpack.
You entered the vault. Please, give that to me. Give it to me now. It matters not. All that matters is that you give it to me.
Such an asshole move, because if I drop it, she dies.
No. Stop. Wait.
She reaches up and tears off her mask, revealing a wet skull, stained by centuries. You stare into the empty eye sockets of the undead creature before you.
I have waited centuries, watching lives come and go, while my soul lies locked in a cage.
See, that, yeah.
She reaches greedily for the jar. You see a green glowing light emerge from the jar, enveloping Gratiana.
By Armadia, I feel wet. Oh, goddess, I suppose you deserve to know. Before I knew Armadia's grace, I was a very different person. I was the concubine of Braccus Rex.
He's an evil dude.
But more than his lover, I was his partner. Not I. They are older than Braccus. Ain't these weapons do not kill, but maim. Yes, he drained the power of his enemies in battle, and then his political enemies at home, and then the slaves that displeased him.
She basically spends her entire life next to this waterfall. I can assume that she, likes it in some fashion, dunks herself in it.
As his strength grew, but power changes a man, as he changes his nation. I tried not to see it. I gave him more and more, trying to win him. The lands outside were once green and beautiful, until I came. Until I turned them over to him. Armadia is merciful. I found this shrine while hunting a band of wizards. I found the goddess weeping for her children, and I wept too.
She pauses for a moment. If she had eyes, you're sure she'd be wiping them.
Through Armadia, I saw my sins, and I could bear it no. He brought me back from the Hall of Echoes, locked my soul away, and demanded my obedience. I spent far too little time there. It was a strange. Perhaps someday. For now.
She drops the now empty.
You have my thanks, brother.
She starts to speak.
Thank you. I can't. I've never known such kind.
Yeah, I like her. She does the right thing. Okay. Ma'am, you're a skull. You can't cry. Ma'am? Ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. You need to stop. Let's see here. Where am I going? Okay. I know where I'm going now. To be fair, she's not a skull. She's a full skeleton. And she has rights. You can't just tell her she can't do things. It's not okay. Anyway, we're about to meet some banshees. Maybe I can uncurse this ring while I'm at it. I'm gonna need you to stop. We're just gonna go in the front door and BS them. What are you? Rhymes of the Ranger. Some cheese. Some arrows. Some wine. I don't really want this. Seems gross. Seems pretty gross. I love this hat. It's just so extra.
Miniature crossed weapons, wrought from metal, signify that this is, or was, an armory.
Majesties! The dead are back! Keep an eye out for their void-woken pets!
The Magisters scramble for their weapons.
You've got more flesh on your bones than ours.
Oh, thank goodness. I thought they knew I was undead. Woo! Okay. Damn.
You expect me to swallow?
Alright. Curse someone into a flaming pig. That is a very good one. That's polymorph and scorching ray, maybe? If we're doing this in D&D terms. I'm gonna get up higher. Yeah, you go. You're going first. Why is everything on fire? You just came to the wrong neighborhood. Don't restore physical armor. That's not what I want you to do. No, that'll be fine. Instead, I want to move somebody. And then teleport myself. Need to cover. Okay. Yeah. See, once you get all these clever movement abilities, combat becomes less of a straight-up fight and more, I'm gonna pull you over here and beat the shit out of you. Unkind. Unkind. You don't just knock a man down and hit him. That's what I do. Okay, here we go. Everybody bleeds now. That would be a poor decision. Nobody makes him bleed his own blood. I'd say this is going extremely well. Come on, you can't hit a dwarf? No, I'm not gonna hit him. Cute! You're still gonna die. I can't do any physical damage right now, so... What do we got from here? Nothing. I just gotta wait. Oh, I should have moved in blood. Wait, no, that doesn't increase my... I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
Your maker.
Perfect! Captain America wins again. I don't want the arrows. I don't ever use them. Ooh, we'll give that to Beast. We'll give that to Sabine. She loves random body parts.
Wow, punch.
Oh, damn, I forgot there's more combat going on up there. We're just gonna wait for your ass to get up, Sabine. Okay. Now we can go. First things first. Blood everywhere. Just blood. 35. Yeah, the Rangers need to go. Healing magic hurts me, and I don't like it. This is the guy we're here to save, by the way. Gareth. He's a pretty cool dude. No, not enough. Can't see shit, Captain. Wait, it's the same. Okay. I'm gonna jump behind you. She likes her job a little too much. I'm not complaining, but I kinda am. I should probably get opportunity attacks for her. Let's see here. They both have magical armor. That's fine. There we go. And Gareth hits like a truck, so that man is basically dead. Yep, there we go. Ah, well, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Flurry. I'm surprised they didn't kill him.
Your courage in the face of danger is inspiring, my friend. Lucian guided your blows rightly.
Right,
His
Lucian.
eyes travel from your face to your feet, then back again.
You're clearly no magister. Pretty face coated in dirt. Haphazard.
He's
garb.
flirting with the
How'd you
elf.
come to be here? Name's Gareth. I'm a seeker. I can give you
With that mustache, I'm actually not surprised at all.
Ah, good. Then you know us. I came looking for... Getting out of here means I came looking for weapons.
Gareth looks up.
I can't stay.
Going to take that. Elven crossbow or a dwarven dagger? Or hammered pants. Yeah, let's do that. He could use a little bit more. And we'll shove that in the Red Prince's bag. And this. Hey girl, I like how you murdered those people. Can I get your number? That's exactly how that just went. I mean, if that's what he's into, then you know what? I'm not gonna judge him for it, but I am kind of gonna judge him for it, yeah. Just a little bit. She can have that. Only a little bit, though. Look at those shoulder pads. Holy shit, I love it. Okay. Anyway, so the reason I'm here, we don't kink shame in this household, yes. I'm eventually going to get that cross-stitched. I fully intend to. Just hang it up in my living room. In this household, we do not kink shame. Anyway, the reason I'm here is for another piece of,
In the flickering torchlight, you see a
Braccus's armor.
No, stay back. Not another step close. Kill dark magic.
The Magister, he grimaces and tucks it underneath his arm. He nods to...
Same as soon as they touched that switch.
He looks up.
I saw how they died.
He lowers it.
Okay. Sabine, I need you to kill this man. Okay, you know, for somebody who wants to die, you're making it really hard. Okay. So here's the deal. I actually need to use somebody other than myself for this. I'm going to bless you to take off that curse.
Get off me. Stay off.
Cursed ring, cursed ring. It's still cursed. Damn. I'm gonna put it with the rest of his garbage. Anyway. So, this is Source.
That's mean.
They essentially found a way to liquefy it. He has golden, like... Dwarven armor's pretty cool. Okay, so anyway, the puzzle here is that this lever is cursed, and all these people touched it and died before they figured that out.
The reputation of Braccus Rex should tread gingerly.
I don't know why 5 people had to die before that could work, but here we go. Fine. And now we're gonna go get the helmet of Braccus Rex, which is the only piece that's not cursed. Sort of. It's cursed in a funny way.
Before you stands an ancient. You feel the source. Your power. The shrines.
I just had to pump source into it to get the hat. There we go. The Corrupted Tyrant's Helm. It's going right on this guy. As it grants an ability called Purge. Wait, are you cursed now? Oh, right, they're cursed in different ways. This one's cursed in the sense that it makes you warm. So it is cursed, just in a way that doesn't really bother you too much. Alrighty. What's my build? I really want to start pumping everything into warfare for damage. Let's see here. I really want intelligence, constitution, and wits. Memory to 14, but really just... I could use some more HP, actually. Now I think about it. Let's do this. Wits and finesse. Dual wielding is nice. Yeah. Yeah, it just keeps knocking things up, because warfare is a good thing for me to invest in for literally every single character that I'm using here. I'm going to pump something into Aerothurge so that later on I can get Teleport. I don't want too many points into that. Just enough. So now I have 2 different ways to deal with the Shriekers. I told you that we would be dealing with the Shriekers soon. And we're going to go meet one now. Because the Red Prince is going to eat it. This is what this does. It consumes a source point from a creature. And that is the only way to kill these. Wait, that's the backside. Yeah. This is the only way to kill one of these.
My helmet seemed to stir just now.
Okay, I killed it and I died. I don't have any resurrection scrolls. Okay, here's how we're gonna do this. I am going back to the shrine. You can actually teleport your party separately.
He looks up from his help you. Nice doing business with you.
I need scrolls.
I wish I had better wares to offer.
Do you not have scrolls? Oh no. No. Who does not have scrolls? Shoot. Okay. Side quest. Do you have them? No. Do you have anybody? Please. Please.
The
Please.
young man fit. Was it you who saved Sir Gareth? From the map? Well, who wouldn't be? But now that he's back...
The young man has abandoned the maps and now prepares his armor with happy urgency.
Yes, please. Thank you. That's too many. So you can actually trade with anybody. I just remembered this. There's a button for that. Okay, yeah. We're just gonna buy that for a minute. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now...
And I can access their inventory from anywhere. Great.
I can make this work.
Wait, I'm over here.
Finally get out of here, now that Gareth's returned.
It's good to see Gareth safe and
There we go. We are all reunited. So here's the funny part about this. So I've just unlocked the ending out of here. I can get out of here whenever I want. It is over here. I have to kill a couple Shriekers to do it. However, I've got plenty of places left to explore, and I'm very excited to do so. So, next time, we are going to be assembling the full armor of Braccus Rex and visiting a couple more of his places on the island. And then getting the hell out of here, hopefully. Also finding out the secret of this helmet, because this helmet is hilarious. It's cursed in a very specific way. And I'll leave that up to your imagination. So, thanks for watching, and have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.